The Red Bull Formula One team just lost more staff, and this means a lot more than any of us will ever think it does. Jonathan Wheatley, the Red Bull sporting director for almost 2 decades, just left to go to Audi. After being loyal to a team for almost 2 decades, like I just said, he has decided that he is going to move to a team that hasn't been in Formula One for more than that. That is incredible. What it really is doing is putting it on the world stage that Red Bull is downgrading and downgrading faster than we think it is. Now, Jonathan Wheatley will be going to Audi to become the new team principal, which is an extreme step up in his circumstances, assuming that Audi is able to perform. But he just left the team that he has 13 world championships with. It's incredible. After a downfall in recent performances from the Red Bull team, we would have to assume that Jonathan Wheatley doesn't like the way that the team's going anymore and thinks that Audi has a higher chance. Now, obviously, the Red Bull, kind of fall off this season has been the main topic of Formula One since Australia, when Max DNF'd and Carlos Sainz was able to run away with the win. But with Max Verstappen not winning any races in the last 5 races, the team has been on a downhill that it hasn't been on since before I was even watching the sport. Now, I think that Red Bull has been the center of attention from the news, between Checo having to leave and their recent decline in performances, and possibly even the chance of Max deciding that he wants to take the Mercedes seat, even though I think that's quite unlikely. However, in my opinion, this is more of a win for Audi than it is a loss for Red Bull. Red Bull will find someone with just as much experience and a passion to want to jump up to the sporting director role, so no matter what happens, they will be fine. But Audi, on the other hand, has just acquired a veteran in the sport that they never thought they could have gathered ever before, and not only a veteran, but a veteran with 13 world championships in his pocket. Not very many people have that kind of experience, other than maybe some CEOs at Mercedes. That's pretty much the only team that would be able to have what they currently have. Audi has made it very clear their plans for the future to, in their second season, be able to compete for the Constructors' title, be competing for wins with the new regulations, all what seems pretty unrealistic. But now that we're seeing that teams actually like what they've already done, and you can't even start building the 2026 regulations, it really shows that maybe Red Bull is on a decline and Audi is on an incline, and they're not even racing yet. This news is also very good for them because it overshadows the news of Carlos Sainz going to Williams instead of choosing their Audi program, which was a really bad look because the Audi program is supposed to be promising, but then Carlos Sainz, who had deep connections to the team, decided that he didn't even want to go there. So we weren't really sure on where they were going, but now with this new signing, it could really show that maybe it's not so bad after all, and Carlos Sainz just wasn't worth taking the risk of going to Sauber for 2025. Regardless of what happens, it'll be very nice for Jonathan Wheatley to finally get his swan song in the sport after competing at the highest level for his whole career. He's also finally getting a promotion that he truly deserves after all of his experience in the sport to become a team principal for a new and upcoming team with high hopes, but also is going to take a lot of resources, strategy, and just dedication to build this team up from the bottom. Needless to say, I'll be keeping you guys updated on all Formula One news, so make sure you hit subscribe and like this video too. What are you doing?